What's up, YouTube family? Thanks for coming back and checking out another video with me and my co-host Samantha here. And we're doing Supertramp. It's been a while since we've done some Supertramp.
Yes, it has been a long while.
I think the last one that we did was the Logical song, and we did a live version of that. And this one we're coming to is from somebody who has made an appearance on the channel a few times.
Another musical masterpiece by Mark.
We shall see if it's a musical masterpiece. Well, just make sure that's tilted towards you. And so if it is, Mark, congratulations. You come through yet again. If not, well, I don't know how the commenters are going to feel about you. Sorry.
We'll let them be the judge of you.
But I'm looking forward to it because we have enjoyed Supertramp, and Sam's mom is a fan of Supertramp.
Yes, she is.
And this one, I think, is off a different album. Crime of the Century is this one. And I think the other ones that we've done is Breakfast in America.
Yeah, I believe so.
Have been off that album. So anyways, if you're ready, Sam.
I am ready.
I am also ready. Let's roll. Sam was cleaning her teeth, if you didn't know.
It's playing the harmonica.
Is that what you were doing? Interesting start, right, with the harmonica.
Harmonica always gives me Wild Wild West vibes.
I can see you in the morning when you go to school. Don't forget your books, you know you've got to learn the golden rule. The teacher tells you stop your playing, get on with your work. And be like Johnny Too Good, don't you know he never shirks. He's coming along.
Really interesting start.
After school is over, you're playing in the park. Don't be out too late, don't let it get too dark. They tell you not to hang around and learn what life's about. And grow up just like them, won't let you work it out. And you're full of doubt.
A quick little pause here. So we're talking about school. Clearly, the name of the song is School.
Yes.
And very interesting start with, obviously the children. You can hear them in the background, and his lyrics kind of talking about seemingly the system of the school and how it doesn't allow you to open your mind as much as you should be able to, and that like you should be stuck and confined into the way of thinking that they want you to be, but that means that you shouldn't go out and experience life outside of that as well. I think you made reference of it in some capacity anyways. Clearly I'm just paraphrasing here, but anyways, what are your thoughts, Sam? before we get back to it.
It's very interesting. It had a long intro, I felt like. At first, we were getting those harmonica sounds, which, like, I don't know why, whenever I hear the harmonica, it makes me think of, like, Wild Wild West kind of vibes, like Outlaws, which isn't very school-orientated. But then we got into, like you said, the sounds of the children and talking a little bit, like you said, the classroom, about reading the books. It almost sounded like the teacher was speaking to a student at one point. And like you said, kind of like the structure and the system of the schools. And then it went into like after school, where they were talking about going to the park and not being out too late. So I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit confused of kind of where this is going and where we're at. But I think that it's really unique, and it's kind of transitioning from one section into the next in a good way. I feel like it's like, I almost feel like I'm on a listening experience.
For sure. Yeah, it's definitely got that vibe because we're 2.5 minutes in and nothing's been, there in terms of a solid groove. It's more of, I think, a storytelling and a conveying of a message, and this one in terms of an experience, right? Anyways, let's keep it going, see where we end up. The sound effects are very cool.
Is that a xylophone?
You're coming along.
Wow. That was an experience, as you had alluded to.
Yeah, I really liked the part when they brought in the piano. That was probably my favorite part of the song.
Yeah, I think that was the most vibrant and energetic section that we experienced, but there was a lot to this song in a short period of time, in 5.5 minutes.
I also felt like there was even a point that reminded me of the xylophone in there. I don't know if that
Oh,
was or not.
there was a vast array of instruments. I'm sure if you went through the instrumental list on this one, it would be huge. You know,
Yeah.
like you mentioned the piano in there. I think there was other use of the keys. I think we had potentially discussed about Supertramp use of synthesizers before. Not sure what was being used in this one, but it was, like I said, you know, very full sounding all throughout.
Yeah.
It was exploding with life. You know, a big contributor to that throughout, I think, was that fat bass line. It was really prominent that I could hear, you know, setting the tone, but it was interesting because each groove was a little bit different. Tempo shifts were pretty prominent throughout.
Yeah, I'd say they were a lot different.
Yeah, and stop starts, obviously. You know, I think at the end I had a little bit of trouble trying to bring in the lyrics. I was trying to bring it home for what they were highlighting with the meaning of the song. But I don't know if I picked that up. This would be definitely something I'd have to listen to again, I think, to appreciate the intricacies of the depth of the lyrics. It was really cool, like I said, and it felt very vibrant and so creative. Their musicianship is really, really next level. I think we got to experience some of that in the first couple of songs that we did.
Yeah.
But you could really hear it in this one as well, that it was so creative and there was so much to this in 5.5 minutes. It did feel, I would say, less of a song, you know, like it was a song, clearly.
It's more of a journey.
Yeah, it felt more like a composition to me rather than a song. And
Yeah, I could agree with that.
that's very different than what we've experienced from Supertramp thus far.
Yeah, I definitely think that it is very creative, like you said. And even though it had so many different pieces, and it is, I mean, it's not a long song, but it's not a short song either. I feel like it went by so fast. Like listening to each individual piece, like we were like halfway through and I was like, how are we already 2.5 minutes into this?
Yeah. And we've heard so much, I almost forgot about the harmonica, which was at the very beginning, right?
Yes. Like it was so intricate and so many different pieces that I feel like it's easy to overlook some of the stuff in each section because it moves through so quickly.
Yeah.
But definitely a really interesting experience. And I would definitely, like you said, I think need to listen to it a couple of times. One, just be able to pick out all of the different pieces. I feel like this is the type of song you could listen to like 10 times and you're still finding something new in it.
Yeah.
And also lyrically, like I feel like having a lyric video might, maybe have been a little bit helpful, but in general, I think that it's more about the overall experience than just like the lyrics by themselves anyways.
Yeah, and you guys can elaborate and let us know if this was potentially an evolution for them, right? Because we had mentioned Breakfast in America was the 2 songs that we had done, and that sound was seemingly much different than what we experienced on this one. So I don't know if this was just indicative of the one song on this album or it was just an evolution, because this is seemingly much more progressive in the sound, right? And maybe they were going for more, hit makers and in the latter portion, because I thought I recalled people saying about Breakfast in America, you can kind of throw on any song and it's really great. So I don't know if that's from a hit record standpoint and maybe their sound changed, but we appreciate your insights because they're so fantastic.
You guys always educate us in those comments.
And we also appreciate that paid request from Mark.
Yes,
Thank you
Mark.
so much. We appreciate your support. As always, you've continued to do that for the past few months.
And always introducing us to so many different genres and really cool stuff.
And different perspectives of music, right? And so we appreciate that. And if you guys want to make a paid request, you can find that link down below in the description. Other than that, if you want to just hit that like button, we really appreciate that. It helps with our channel, but helps with your algorithm as well. And if it's your first time on the channel, you got to come join us. We've got 2 videos every single day. So don't drop that. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you then.